Alright, so attach the battery under here. It's got Velcro in it. That'll be tight before it goes to you. Make sure it's kind of in the middle-ish. Down there too. Here's the battery strap. Goes through a little thing. And just make sure it's really firm and tight. Okay, this is the battery monitor here. So you get these balance leads, they're called, and the black wire is the ground, and it's got a GND here, and you just say plug the black wire to ground like that, and you see it'll light up here, and those little numbers are the voltage of the whole battery and then voltage of each cell. Alright, I'll tie that soon. This is the main battery lead. So what you do, this is the one that you plug it into. So once you've got the radio on, you plug that into there like that. Now that is going to warm up. So on top you'll see it's got a flashing light here. So it'll flash orange, which means it's not ready, and then it'll go to blue, and then it'll go to green once it is ready. So this part is the GPS. So it's got that blue flashing light, it means it's not ready. So you just have to wait, keep it still like this until it is actually gone green, and it'll make a noise that'll beep. So I'll leave it there and see how long it takes. Shouldn't take too long. Okay. So you can see it's now flashing green inside there. That's the flight control of the computer. So it means it is good to go. I'll turn it off and I'll just show you the radio. Disconnect it.
Telemetry lost.
Okay.
Low battery.
So this is the radio. So this is the thing you should turn on first. And when you turn it on, I'll turn it off. When you turn it on like that,
Welcome to OpenTX.
it talks to you. That's okay. Just leave it as it is. The SC, that switch there, relates to the switch here. I'll tell you what that one does in a second. It's quite an important switch. So just push exit.
Flight mode. Cruise.
Okay,
Pro. Off.
So you can see it's got Y6. That means that this is the Y6 drone. So hold down the page button and it goes to that screen. So that once it's plugged in again, what I showed you before with the battery, each of those cells will show up in here. So when you're flying around, you'll be able to know what the voltage is. So that's quite important.
Low battery.
Alright, so it's low, it says low battery because it's not plugged in. So the main switches you use are this one here, which is called the SE switch. And if I flick that, that's the flight mode. So at the moment it's in what's called loiter. So it's like a GPS mode where when you take your fingers off this, it'll just stay where it is. So you flick it up.
Flight mode. Cruise.
Tells you, so it's loiter equals cruise. So there's two, I've got it on 2 cruise modes. So that's
Flight mode. Cruise.
So it's cruise, which is loiter,
Flight mode. Cruise.
cruise, and there's this one,
Flight mode. Speed.
flight mode speed. So that's one where
Low battery.
if you ever get good enough with it, you can fly it so it'll stabilize by itself, but you control everything associated with it. So I'll stay out of that one for a while. Just stick to the GPS one, so
Flight
cruise.
mode. Cruise. Flight mode. Cruise.
So it looks like that. This one here, let's fade off a bit, it's got RTL, which is return to launch. So flicking that one,
Landing mode. On.
this landing mode. So when it's flying around, if you don't know where it is, or you've lost control, or you're just flying it out and you're bringing it back, you just flick that.
Landing mode. On.
It'll fly, if it's above 15 meters high, the drone that is, it'll
Low
descend to
battery.
15 meters and then it will come back at 15 meters altitude from where it took off from. If it's below 15 meters, it'll go up to 15 meters, fly back to the home spot, and then land. It'll start descending. So I'll turn it off. The other switch you
Low
need is,
battery.
this is the dropper.
Down.
So it's like
Down.
a moment switch, so
Down.
it's got a spring in it. So that just operates the little dropper thing. So you flick it
Down.
like that and it will drop it. that's SH. The other one you use is SC. So that is a arming
Low battery.
and disarming switch. So
Crow on.
it says crow on, so that's the drone is on. So use that to start it, and then once you've landed,
10 minutes. Crow off.
you flick that switch down and that will cut all the power.
Low battery.
Really important
Crow on.
that you don't flick that down during flight, and very important that you push that up before you try and start it, because it won't start without that up. It's like a measure. So yeah, very careful with that one when you're flying, because if you do that when you're flying accidentally, it'll fall out of the sky. Alright, leave it off. Alright, what else is there on here? That's about that. Okay, sticks. So this is, the left hand side is the throttle. So this is 0 throttle, that's 100% throttle. This is called the yaw. So if you go that way, it'll yaw to the left. If you're going to go that way, it'll yaw to the right. This side is the roll. So that's that way and that way. So that'll make it do this and that. And this is the pitch, so forward and back. So it'll go forward and back. I'll show you right now on here. So if I yaw it, which is like this, to the left, it'll cause the drone to do this, yaw to the left. If I do to the right, it'll yaw to the right. With the roll, like that, it'll make it do this, and it'll go that way. And if I do it to the right, obviously, it's going to go like this, that way. Same with pitch, so forward and back pitch. So forward pitch makes it fly forwards, backwards pitch makes it fly backwards. So when it's up in the air, its orientation is always the front. So if you push forward here, the front of the drone will go forward. So even if it's facing towards you, it'll go forwards towards you. And it's actually pretty important when if you're flying it towards yourself to remember that left is always the drone's left, it's not your left. Something that when you fly around the park and have a test of it, you'll quickly figure out. Okay, so let's go through the start sequence I've written and we'll take it off and fly.